All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to yet another month in the VertXIdol Alliance. We have a little bit of sort of our rebranding of our promotions. Officially now, Vertigo Championship Wrestling with the new logo. I even spruced up Idol Pros a little bit. Keeps the same aesthetic though, but just slightly different. Then, of course, we are set up for our next big event at the end of the month for Anniversary Blitz. We still have Attack. We'll still be doing that. And then we'll have Anniversary Blitz, which we're going to be broadcasting this year. I don't think we'll get to it on this particular episode. I think we're probably going to do another one, which when I do it live, it'll be tomorrow night. I think that's mostly all that we're doing, I guess, because it's probably still fresh in the mind of a whole lot of people right this second. There was someone on my short list I did have to unfortunately get rid of because of what happened, literally what was in the news literally about 2 hours ago. As I kind of have to go down to this, I did remove Jay Briscoe from the database here, unfortunately, because I was planning on booking him very recently. I think if he had, I did mention it, that if it was like Shibata when I was booking him in Hawkeye Pro and it was like a career-ending injury, quote unquote, that happened to him, but he was still alive and kicking, probably still be using him. But unfortunately, that's not how it worked out. So felt like it'd be a little bit weird to try to use him. So I just ended up kind of getting rid of him, which, like I said, very unfortunate because I was planning on booking him here soon because he was on like a handshake deal with Ring of Honor. I think Mark Briscoe's like on an exclusive one, so I can't sign him for something, but I was kind of hoping to have the Briscoes come in and do something. That was the plan, even if I had to spend a decent amount of money to do it. But yeah, unfortunately, that's obviously now not going to happen. But to at least, make things a little bit happier, we'll just kind of move along here to our TV tapings here. We do have 4 weeks worth of TV tapings, so I'm at least excited for that. Get that taken care of. It's our last set of TV tapings before we have our big broadcasted show. I guess the premiere live event, because it's not going to be quite a pay-per-view. It'll be free, but nonetheless, our big broadcasted event. Lance Archer broken toe. Otherwise, nothing really. That's fine. Zack Sabre Jr. being loaned out to DDT is weird. That's a weird sentence to say. Zack Sabre Jr. is going to show up in DDT. Everything else is pretty good, which is good because I want to try to get through. We're going to get through at least the TV tapings. As to whether or not we do one more event after this, I guess we'll find out. Other than that, we'll have 3 events then if I do that. I kind of want to knock out the TV tapings in one event, because I have that at least taken care of. We'll see what happens when we get done with the TV tapings. See if there's anything here. Nick Gage unmotivated. Looking a little flabby, skipping the gym. Okay. Nyla Rose is retiring. Interesting. Is Nyla going to have some sort of... they're only a wrestler, so... who knows if Nyla's going to end up being, some sort of personality or something like that. Dragon Gate's still going to bring people in. Sam Stoker and Bobby Tyler. I got to meet Bobby. I think Bobby Tyler was who I met back in Stardom in 2019. Mike Rollis. Is he listed as... he's Riddick Moss. Okay. Fuego del Sol hasn't been booked in 6 months. I think he's on my short list. I'm back and forth on whether or not I wanted to use him. if I remember right, we have. Oh, I haven't booked. I haven't set up anything for my next live stage. When is that? Let me come over here so I can at least have that set up. Tuesday, week 2. Okay, so Tuesday, week 2 in June. So that's 6 days away, and that is active. All right. So yep, 6 days, and then of course we'll have our TV tapings coming up. All right. Back to the tapings timeouts. Come on, there we go. Don Fuji got hurt. Swivel hips. Lance Archer's back. Asuka's injured. Cracked tailbone. A month to fully heal. Well, I mean, could be worse. NXT Cruiserweight title, Cameron Grimes won. Sign all these people. Shuffle them on over. And nothing doing there. That's fine. Get to Friday. Let's see what we have here. Rika won the International Princess title. Got it from Miyu Yamashita. IWGRG. Okay, so nothing much going on there. And for Vertigo, we've got our signing here. There we go. All right. TV taping time. North Dakota. What the fuck is wrong with you? Come and Go Theater. We're still going to be doing our tapings until we outgrow it, which who knows when that's going to happen. All right. So just zip through, kind of filling in all the things here. We'll do that. That's 3 minutes. That is Jesse Goddard's and Preston Vance. Caesar. No, Caesar's not there. It's just Goddard's and Vance. Okay. So entertainment and then sex appeal in there. And you know what? They're talking about Sabby, so we'll give him something there as he's off screen. Boom. Match. Tag team. Boom. Neo Body Guys. The throwbacks. Go. This is going 10 minutes total. We have got Griff Garrison getting the win. We'll have Jesse Goddard's take the loss. We'll make it open match. Let's see here. We're doing a tainted win, I guess it would be. Because we're doing a distraction finish on Jesse Goddard's from Sabby. And we'll do flash pinfall. We'll make it not tainted. We'll see if that's because it still says quick clean flash pinfall. So yeah, but there's a distraction there that'll probably involve itself in there. I don't know. Is it going to accept 2 different finishes like that? All right, it will. Cool. All right, angle there. 3 minutes. That's Caesar. There's Sabby. There's Jesse. All right, so he's selling. He's entertainment. He's acting. Minor successes there. And all right. Let's see. Dinsmore with Tankman and Lamar. Okay, so We've got Nick Dinsmore. We've got Calvin Tankman and Trey Lamar. And they're facing the Rascals. So Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier. So we'll do microphone for these guys. These guys are going to be off screen because I don't want to pay them all that much money. Because I think they cost a bit of money. But we're talking about them. They'll be here next week. We'll pay them then. How about that? There you go. All right, let's do tag team. Neon Ninjas, Flip Forever. That's 15 minutes. We're going. Flip Forever is taking the victory, so we're probably going to do Andrew Everett. And we'll have Facade take the loss. They're going to go open and all out, decisive. There we go. See, angle. That. Dunst and Dunn. So Tim Donst and JT Dunn. Okay, so we're doing fighting here. We're doing selling here. This is a minor defeat. This is a minor success, I guess. That's 3. That's 2 minutes, not 3. Here we go. We do angle. That in there. That's 3 minutes. Ricky Starks, open challenge. Yeah, entertainment. Minor success. I guess it's microphone because they're saying entertainment includes the charisma that. Boom, boom. Let's see. Angle. We got that. We got 3 minutes for Heath. And he's going to talk about Tommy Mercer, so that's going to build him up a little bit, even though he's not on screen. Do that. Microphone. Let's do none. And none. And we'll have Rich Palladino interview him with that. Boom. 2, 3, 3. All right. Main event, one-on-one. We've got, knock this out, Mike Bailey and Effie. Here we go. That goes 16 minutes total. We got Bailey getting the victory. Let's do open match, decisive win. There you go. And ending angle. We'll have Effie, Mike Bailey, and they're acknowledging Sod, Wheeler, Andrew, and Eli, except they're not on there. There we go. We'll do entertainment for both, minor successes everywhere to kind of build this up. This is 3 minutes here, so we book that. 61 minutes. Where did I screw up? 3:10, 3:2. There it is. There we go. 60 minutes. I mean, we could have left that on, but I specifically got 60 minutes on, so. All right. Clip it, click it, and ship it. Let's go. All right. Our first Vertigo Attack of the new generation of Vertigo, as Project Vertigo is now Vertigo Championship Wrestling, as we get into our second anniversary. This is our first episode of the tapings going towards Anniversary Blitz at the end of the month. We open up with the Neo Body guys, Jesse Goddard and Preston Vance. They saw what happened to Caesar it was either last week or 2 weeks ago at the hands of Sabby at the gym, and they demand that Sabby comes out. Of course, they have a match right now. They're planning on beating the Throwbacks here in this opening matchup, but they demand that Sabby shows his face, his ugly, withered face, and that they can confront him after their match. So they go up against the Neo Body guys, and of course Sabby does make himself known up to the end of the match as he distracts Jesse Goddard, which allows Griff Garrison to get a quick roll-up on him and get the victory. And the Throwbacks with a roll-up victory on the Neo Body guys, thanks to the distraction from Sabby. Looks like it was a decent match. That was good. Jesse Goddard's kind of carried the whole thing. Imagine saying that. Especially, like, imagine 10 years ago being like, yeah, no, Jesse Goddard just carried this match. He really put those guys on his back. But yeah, nonetheless, Throwbacks get a quick win over them. And Sabby distracted Jesse by bringing Caesar Benoni out, who was still pretty well unconscious and beaten up, and leaves him laying, and grabs a mic at the stage there at the entranceway. Says he wants to fight Jesse Goddard at Anniversary Blitz, and to finally end this between them, he wants it. Loser leaves Vertigo, and we will officially put that in the books, as we will have that ready to go. We will have Sabby challenging Jesse Goddard. Doesn't matter how long it is right this second. It is loser leaves Vertigo. Whoops. Oh my God. Let me make sure I didn't screw that up. Okay. Boom. All right. Pre-book. There you go. And that is set. And we go on, and Nick Dinsmore is in his office with Calvin Tangman and Trey Lamar. He says that they will finally determine the number one contenders to face the end at Anniversary Blitz. It'll be Tankman and Lamar versus the Rascals next week. And Tankman and Lamar not too happy. They feel like they've already earned themselves the number one contendership. But nonetheless, they're going to have to face the Rascals in order to get that title match. So they're ready. They're ready for it next week. Neon Ninjas taking on Flip Forever. And we've got, let's see here. Good wrestling, decent reaction. These guys went balls to the wall for nearly 13 and a half minutes. Andrew Everett ended up getting a shooting star press and an unlikely victory for Flip Forever against the Neon Ninjas. Everfly has a gimmick that is getting stale. I need to remember that. Nonetheless, Flip Forever getting a kind of a surprise victory there. And we go backstage. Tim Donst is backstage. He talks about his fight in the streets with JT Dunn when it was finally broken up by police, and discussing how he wants to get his hands on JT Dunn. And Dunn made this personal by attacking him and taking it outside of the arena. And as he's sort of warning JT Dunn of what he wants to do to him, JT Dunn out of nowhere has the loaded elbow pad and elbows Tim Donst in the back of the head to knock him clean out. And this leads to the referees as well as medics shooing him away so that they can get that taken care of. Dunn looking very proud of himself as referees and other staff are looking after Tim Donst, who is unconscious on the ground. Ricky Starks, he seems to be enjoying the nightlife right now with the Heritage title, but he says he's planning on having an open challenge next week. He plans on coming out and defending the Vertigo Heritage Championship. And he's living the open challenge out. He'll open up next week with that challenge, in fact. And anyone who wants to face him, get themselves ready, because he will be there to defend the title. Heath Miller has an interview backstage. Happened earlier in the day with Rich Palladino. Talks about challenging Tommy Mercer for the Vertigo World Championship. Talks about how long he spent in wrestling and the way that he was sort of a small fish in a big pond, as sort of the guy who puts everybody else over in the big companies, and says people count him out because not only was that sort of his role and he wasn't able to beat a lot of the big boys, but he's definitely older and even though a veteran, he may not have what it takes to win the big one. But he says he still has it, and he's planning on showing what he still has left in the tank when he faces Tommy Mercer at Anniversary Blitz. In fact, since that wasn't put on there for whatever reason, I guess I just didn't put any of that in there. We're going to go ahead and do that now. Tommy Mercer defending the Vertigo title, and we've got Heath Miller there. Boom. Here we go. Vertigo World title. And boom. All right. So there we go. Main event for the night, Mike Bailey. I don't think he was seen much last month. Taking on Effie, who I believe also we haven't seen too much of either one of them, but putting on a good show for about 14 minutes there. Eventually, Mike Bailey hits the shooting star knee drop on Effie and gets the victory. And says they didn't seem to click and made for an awkward bout, but nonetheless, still at 55. That's very commendable for the both of them. Great wrestling and a decent reaction. Solid main event for Bailey and Effie. And after the match, they shake hands, they grab a microphone, and they say, hey, we saw that tag team match earlier in the night between Flip Forever and Neon Ninjas. We don't have much going on right now. We're probably not going to be challenging for the Heritage title. We don't got a title match. We don't got a huge feud or anybody that we're fighting with, or we got nothing to fight for. So you know what? Let's tear down the house at Anniversary Blitz. And Effie says that's a great idea. And he says if there's going to be 6 guys in this ring who are going to upstage everybody at Anniversary Blitz, it's those two, and as well as the 2 tag teams of Flip Forever and Neon Ninjas. And they want to have a 6-man tag at Anniversary Blitz. And I don't know if I put a thing in here for it officially, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll just do that now. We'll just say, hey, this is absolutely happening. Let me make sure I give the right people their right people. All right. So we are doing Effie and the Neon Ninjas, and they will be taking on Mike Bailey and Flip Forever, as we will have a dare you to follow us 6-man tag to open up the show for Anniversary Blitz. I'm sure it'll probably open up the show. So there you go. All right, we got 3 matches set up already. And that is the end of the show, 51, as we get to move on to episode number 2. All right, we got 9 segments to add in here. Not too bad. Give me a minute. All right, add in the angle. Boom, boom. Hope you guys are doing good as well. Glad to see quite a few of you guys here. I mean, it's not a ton. It looks like it's 5, 6 maybe, but appreciate you guys being here, by the way. I know there tends to be kind of a lot of downtime when I'm just filling this in, but at least I do like at least making sure that I kind of try to make this as swift as possible, because I'll tell you, when I'm not streaming and I'm booking this, it's literally hours of having this screen in front of me. And I feel like the worst thing to have happen when I'm trying to book this stuff is the fact that I have 3 monitors. So like I'll easily get distracted by like a video I'm watching or something on another monitor while I'm trying to write out the shows that I'm doing. So nonetheless, it still gets done. Just, once I have to kind of like really batten down the hatches, I can get it all done. But yeah, it's definitely taken more time than it used to. But I think it's because of how distracted I tend to get. All right, so we've got that open challenge. Ricky Starks and Christian Casanova is going to come out. He's been looking to get himself up there, prove himself. Vertigo Heritage title. That is 18 minutes total. So we've got that. That is for the Heritage title. Let's do yeah. Ricky Starks taking the win. Let's see. Not much going on. We'll make it an open match. It's a decisive win. Want to make it see because I think Ricky Starks is quite a bit above Casanova, so we'll make Casanova look pretty good on that. It's a clean, decisive finish, but at ringside is Darius Lockhart. He doesn't get involved, but he will watch from ringside. Doesn't involve himself, but he does sit in the corner and watch this match and watch Ricky Starks beat Casanova. I feel like I got to give some of these guys like some of their newer names. Maybe not like, you know, with Christian Casanova, maybe not give him his WWE name because it's a WWE name. And who knows, if he left, he might still be that. Or he might be like Carmelo something. I don't know. Carmelo Casanova. Let's see here. Okay, so we are looking at Darius Lockhart. We are looking at Timmy Lou Retton and Jerome Daniels, and they're attacking Christian Casanova. All right, so entertainment, fighting, selling. Minor successes there, minor defeat there. Boom. All right. Angle. Put it on. Mercer in the end. Easy enough. Tommy Mercer. Odinson. Pero. And challenge Heath. So Heath is sort of involved. He's off screen. But entertainment, menace. I don't know why I have to pound the keys when I'm doing this, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I got a nice clicky mechanical keyboard. I think I do that a lot at work too. Maybe don't pound the keyboard as much, but usually when I pound the keyboard at work though, it's because the keyboard is shit and I need it to actually do its thing. If I don't pound the space bar the right way, the space bar won't activate. So I think that's probably a lot of it. And then I bring it home where I have a nice mechanical keyboard and I can have proper stuff. Did I really just not put anything up to this? That's fine. There doesn't need to be anything for this one. Drew Parker just getting a win against Kyler Khan. There you go. What is that? 10 minutes total? 10 minutes total. That's all we need. Drew Parker. Should I even make it? We'll make it a decisive win, but that's about it. We'll make sure that Caleb Conley's at ringside though, so he still gets his fee for that. Is there a big difference between these two guys? Let's see, Midwest 15. We got Midwest 11. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty okay either way. Add an angle there. 2 minutes. So we've got Jesse Godders, we've got Caesar Bononi, we've got Preston Vance, and they are talking about Sabby. We're in the home stretch. Someone's gonna be leaving. Entertainment, and sex appeal. And he's off screen. But it builds all of them up, including their opponents. And that's the key. Boom. All right, 6 in. There we go. Angle. It is JT Dunn. And Nick Dinsmore is going to talk to him, and Dunn was talking about Tim Donst, so he's not there. But we'll have it taken care of. And entertainment, it's 5 minutes. Okay, entertainment. And minor successes there. Boom. All right, main event. Here we go. We have got Tankman and Lamar and the Rascals for a shot at the tag team titles. We are looking for the #1 contenders to the Vertigo tag titles. We're going 16 minutes. And what do we get going on here? We got a draw. It's an open match. And we're going to go, where is it at? Double count out finish. They have a car wreck of jumps onto the outside. No one can make the 10 count. I don't think that happens a lot in actual wrestling. Where they do that, where they always do in wrestling. I haven't really seen that where, like, every time in wrestling when they have, like, the car crash segment of a match with like a bunch of dudes where it's just like one dude dives over the top rope on a guy, then they get up, and then a third dude goes onto those 2 guys, and then a fourth goes onto those 3 guys until there's 8 guys out there, and then one guy just leaps from the turnbuckle and there's just a whole crash of people. I've never seen it where it leads to someone actually not making the count. You know, someone's always in at 9, so it's at least kind of different, I think. Why are you doing this to me? Here we go. Just wanted to hit the angle. There we go. Nick Dinsmore. And we're doing Calvin Tankman, Trey Lamar, Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, Odinson, Pero. All right, Odinson and Pero are off screen, but that is entertainment. These guys are all selling what just happened in their match, but this is going to get them all some momentum going into the pay-per-view. That's 2 minutes at the end, so we should be at 60. We are at 61. 3:18:22. There it is. It's always the 4th segment. Why? There we go. 60 minutes. Done. All right. Out the door we go. Episode 2. Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. Everything's good. I don't know why I keep checking. Like, I already did this. All right. Vertigo Attack. Episode number 22. It is the 2nd show in the tapings. And, of course, as Ricky Starks promised last week, he's going to open up the show for an open challenge to defend the Vertigo Heritage Championship. And who comes out? Christian Casanova. He's had many vignettes over the last few months talking about reinventing himself and proving himself to be the franchise player in Vertigo Championship Wrestling. And who better than the current Vertigo Heritage Champion and a guy who's considered a franchise player in wrestling to challenge. He's looking to prove himself, defending the title here. Great wrestling and good heat. It goes 16 and a half minutes nearly. And unfortunately, Casanova ends up just short. Gets hit with the Buster Keaton, and that is it. We did have Darius Lockhart come ringside. It didn't show there, even though I booked it. But Darius Lockhart did end up ringside. I wonder if it... I was going to say, will it show? Road Agent Notes. There you go. That's where it shows. So he came to watch, didn't interfere, but nonetheless, Casanova falls short to Ricky Starks, and Starks makes his 3rd official defense of the Vertigo Heritage title. Strong match, though, 55, pretty good. But with that, though, the rest of Lockhart Inc. comes out. Darius Lockhart jumps into the ring along with Retton and Daniels. And before Casanova can really start recovering, they start beating him down in the middle of the ring and leave him laying. Lockhart stands over a fallen Christian Casanova with a microphone, and he tells him that his time in trying to to delay the inevitable is over. And it tells him he needs to join Lockhart Inc. now, or Lockhart Inc. will be happy to step over his body to ascend to the top heights of Vertigo. As they're looking to take over Vertigo, if they have to step over Christian Casanova to do it, Darius Lockhart is willing to do it. Didn't go very well, but that's all right. Backstage, we got Tommy Mercer in the end. They're talking about their upcoming title matches. Of course, Odinson and Pero. Let's see here. We did get that figured out, right? I already did that, right? Oh no. Tommy Mercer talking about Heath Miller. And he says he does respect Heath for what he's done in this business so far as a veteran, even though Mercer himself is also a veteran. He's been around for a while. Odinson and Pero just sort of grunt about whoever they're going to have to face between Tankman and Lamar and the Rascals, as we'll find out later on in the main event. But Tommy Mercer said that he would like to have a friendly 6-man tag team match, if not this week, or if not next week, then the week after. But sometime here before Anniversary Blitz, he tells Heath to find a couple partners as they want to have a 6-man tag match between Mercer, Odinson, and Pero, and then Heath and a couple guys that he can find. And we get Drew Parker taking on Kyler Khan. Not much going on with that one. Khan comes out with Caleb Conley. Talks what he usually does, but is quickly cut off by Drew Parker. Goes just under 8 minutes. A decent little match, though, but nonetheless. Flying foot stomp by Drew Parker to get the victory over Kyler Khan. And just a simple, quick little match, as Khan wasn't able to say too much this time. And we've got the Neo Body guys in the back, as Caesar's got his head wrapped up. Preston's got his ribs taped up for whatever reason. But they're hurt, and they say that Sabby is jealous that they moved on without him. Jesse points at Preston. He says, obviously, when we dumped you for Preston Vance, we got ourselves a major upgrade, and Sabby is outdated, and he's just very upset at the fact that the Body guys moved on, and basically says, well, Sabby threw down the Loser Leaves Vertigo challenge. Jesse is more than happy to send him packing and send him home so that he can continue taking risque pictures on Mandy Rose's Fan Time. And there you go. JT Dunn's got himself a promo. Comes out and talks about what he did to Tim Donst last week. Says that he warned Donst and warned everybody about getting into his business and trying to fight him. And this is what happens. Him and his loaded elbow pad. Before he can drone on for too long, Nick Dinsmore comes out. Says he wasn't appreciative of what JT Dunn had done to Tim Donst. And he says that Tim Donst has suffered a minor concussion as a result of the attack on JT Dunn. However, they're hoping at the end of the month that he will have gotten through concussion protocol. They said he should be 100% in time for Anniversary Blitz. So, because of that, Nick Dinsmore set up a match where JT Dunn is no longer allowed to do sneak attacks or run away and attack people and run away. They're going to keep themselves confined into the ring, as he will have JT Dunn take on Tim Donst at Anniversary Blitz inside of a steel cage. And let's see here. I got to do, there we go. Cage Classic, of course. We don't need no escape. It's going to be a pin or submission. So JT Dunn and the soon to return after this, Tim Donst. There we go. And there's yet another match lined up. We got some big matches lined up now. All right, everything's coming together. And we get to our main event of the night. Tankman and Lamar take it on the Rascals for the number one contendership. Shot at the Vertigo tag team titles at Anniversary Blitz is on the line. Superb wrestling and a decent reaction. Goes a little over 13 and a half minutes. These guys flying all over the ring. The Rascals diving onto Trey Lamar. Then Calvin Tankman takes to the skies from the top rope and dives onto all three of them. And that seems to wipe them out enough that nobody was able to answer the 10 count. And we get ourselves a double count out draw. And with no TV time remaining, we're not able to restart the match. And it's officially a draw. We don't have a winner here. Uh-oh, thigh muscle strain. Well, it's just a strain, so it should be okay. Desmond, Xavier, Zachary Wentz, all of them did pretty good. I'm going to say they all did pretty good. But either way, we've got ourselves a double count out, no winner. And Nick Dinsmore has decided he's going to, as commissioner, he's going to make an executive decision and says, okay, we don't have TV time to do this. I don't want to book this next week or the week after to try to determine who's going to be the number one contender. So here's what we're going to do. Calvin Tankman and Trey Lamar, Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier are both going to challenge The End at Anniversary Blitz in a 3-way sudden death match. Unlike a 3-way dance, it's basically to be a triple threat tag team match for the Vertigo tag team titles. So we will book that. Let's see. 2v2v2. Where is that at? Oh my god, this is painful. Where is that at? All right, let's just do any type. How about that? I'll find it. 2v2v2. There we go. So we will have The End defend the tag titles against Tankman and Lamar and the Rascals. This is the Rascals, and that is 3-way sudden death. 3-way sudden death. Vertigo tag titles. Oh, we should probably put the titles on the line. Might be a good idea. There you go. Well, we've got all the titles set, or most of the titles set up now. We got 2 title matches, a 3-way, a loser leaves Vertigo, a steel cage match, a flippy 6-man tag, and we're not done. But that will be the end of episode 2. All right, finish show. We've got 2 more shows to book. Let's go. All right. Immediately opening up with the match as we've got Darius Lockhart and Griff Garrison. Boom. That is 9 minutes. And Lockhart. It looks like it's just a win. Nothing much doing there. You know what? Just so they also get, because I don't think it costs that much. We can have Jerome Daniels and Timmy Lou Retton at ringside for this. Don't think they spend a lot of money, so that's fine. All right, add this angle, drop in. That's 3 minutes. We've got Darius Lockhart. We've got Christian Casanova. Add those in. Boom. Ooh. We have got. We haven't seen them. Did we see them last month? We did at one point. But nonetheless, Tate Twins and Regal Twins. 10 minutes, all we need. We've got Brandon. I think we usually do Brandon. Let's do Brent. I guess it doesn't matter because they're a team, so it's going to go both ways, I think. We'll do open match so they can still do a little bit. Decisive victory, though. There you go. Add quick angle. We don't need them talking too much, so that's a quick 1 minute. Brent Tate, Brandon Tate. Let's put scripts on them. If I remember right, their microphone and charisma leaves a lot to be desired. Charisma's okay. I mean, their charisma's all right, but you know what? We'll put some scripts on them just to make sure that they. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make them fly. Let's make them fly on their own with whatever wings they kind of need. Whatever, let's just let them go. Spread your wings and fly. Vignette featuring Jesse. It's okay. Jesse Goddard's Sabby. I think this is the last bit. I think I don't use them next week. I think that's why I did that, which makes sense because we've now had 3 straight weeks of this. But then again, I mean, it's a loser leaves Vertigo, so it kind of is understanding. There's a lot of guys we haven't booked yet. You know, this is what happens when I don't book things in a timely manner, and then everything gets all detached, and then I don't, and then it isn't until now that I've realized there's quite a few people I just haven't put on the show yet, and I'm hoping that I do. Yeah, there's a couple where it's just like, oh man, Jesus Christ, I really didn't. I'm Tony Conning this. Taylor Wyndham. Yeah, see, Taylor Wyndham. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks. Christ almighty. All right. Get him out. And he's got a match. A nothing match. A nothing match against Eric Cannon. There you go. That takes 9 minutes. Jesus. This is really WWF superstars right now, isn't it? Jesus. All right. Doesn't even need to be an open match. You know what? We'll make it an open match. We'll make it one of those things where it's like, he kind of fights back. There you go. Boom, boom. Do that. Quick little 1-minute thing. Because I think we're away from the Tankman and Lamar stuff now, so this should be the last time we hear from them until Anniversary Blitz. So that's fine. Drop that in. That is 3 minutes. All right. Tim Donst and JT Dunn. He's doing an interview, so I usually like to use Rich Palladino for this. So, Rich Palladino. JT Dunn's off screen, I think. Yes. So, microphone. Builds them all up, especially this match. All right. Angle. Drop it in. 2 minutes. What do we got? Heath, Effie, Eddie. Okay. Heath, Miller, Effie, and Eddie Edwards. All right. And they're all chit-chatting about what they've got going on for Anniversary Blitz for a couple minutes. Help put over their match. All right. 6-man tag. Heath Miller found some boys. Let's do the end here. We've got Tommy Mercer. And then Heath Miller found Effie and Eddie Edwards. So this should be a pretty big main event, I think. Guess that doesn't really matter, but whatever. 17 minutes total. Feel like we're not at... Okay, we are there. I don't know why I didn't feel like we hit that time, but we did. We're going to have Heath Miller get the victory. We're going to have Pero, I think, take the loss. Actually, we're going to have... Let's give Eddie Edwards the win. I think the idea was to give Heath a win against one of his guys. So I think it'd probably be better to have the guy challenging for the world title get the victory. So we'll do that. Obviously an open match, but a decisive win nonetheless. It's a very competitive match, but it's going to end the way it's going to end. All right. Boom. All right. All right. Ship it out. All right, Vertigo Attack episode 23, the third episode in the taping. We are starting off with Darius Lockhart, and Lockhart ain't coming out. He's got a match against Griff Garrison. And doesn't last very long, just over 7 minutes. A decent little match here, but Darius Lockhart getting the win. And not much else to be said there. As, let's see here. Grabs a microphone, calls out Christian Casanova. And he demands an answer from Christian Casanova over what he said last week about joining Lockhart Inc. or getting stepped over. Well, Christian Casanova comes out. He's got a mic, and he says he doesn't like how Darius Lockhart does things. They don't really seem to agree with each other about how they should be doing things. And I guess if he thinks he's gonna get to step over Christian Casanova, well, Darius Lockhart is gonna have to prove it at Anniversary Blitz. But he does say that if you do step over me, you know what? I will join. So we've got a big match here. Darius Lockhart and Christian Casanova. And it will be, if Lockhart wins, Casanova, will join Lockhart Inc. There you go. Book it. All right. 6 matches taken care of. Let's see. I think the rest of it gets taken care of after this. Tate Twins and Regal Twins is the next one. And decent match here to both teams. Only goes 7.5 minutes before the Tate Twins super kick. The Regal Twins get a strong victory, of course, from the former tag team champions. Although a strong match from both of them, though, 52. But nonetheless, Tate Twins quickly grab a microphone post-match, and they say, before we leave, just want to warn you guys and warn the rest of the Vertigo locker room that we won't be alone for much longer. They'll be back to full strength soon. So, the very, very cryptic messaging from the Tate Twins as they just leave it at that. They said, they warned the locker room that they will be at full strength, and we'll have to see what they mean by that. We got a vignette with Jesse Godders and Sabby. They got kind of a face-to-face sit-down where they get to sort of insult each other, and they throw all sorts of the same insults we've been hearing between the both of them for weeks. And they're both ready to end this between each other and remove the other from Vertigo. In fact, Sabby says he's looking forward to taking his spot as the Neo Body guys and making Caesar and Preston his new underlings. So we'll see what comes from that. We got the loser leaves Vertigo between the both of them. Taylor Wyndham comes out with his podium. We haven't seen him in a few weeks, but he's got another sermon, as he says, discusses the degeneracy that's been infiltrating wrestling. As he says, it's been showcased before over and over again, and he's planning on removing it. And part of it includes the alcoholism, the rampant alcoholism that he feels is to blame for some of this. And we'll take the first steps in removing part of that by, of course, the PBR sponsored wrestler Eric Cannon. And it goes just 7.5 minutes before Taylor Wyndham hits Cannon with the truth bomb. Cannon does try to fight off a decent amount there with his veteran abilities, but it wasn't enough as Taylor Wyndham gets the win. Strong win there too, it looks like. And we get Tangman and Lamar. They're unhappy about the fact they got a 3-way that felt like they shouldn't have even had to prove themselves against the Rascals last week. But they said, you know what? We're finally getting that tag team title match that we asked for. We will run through both. The End and the Rascals to get the Vertigo tag team titles around our waists. So they are ready for Anniversary Blitz. Tim Donst sits down with Rich Palladino quickly and discusses the fact that he will be cleared in time for Blitz. Reiterates the doctors told him he will be making a recovery. He will be good to go for his concussion protocol. And he is ready to fight JT Dunn and destroy him, and that JT Dunn doesn't have anywhere to run and hide from Tim Donst at Anniversary Blitz when they're going to be stuck inside of a steel cage. We get to our main event, but before that, we got Heath Miller backstage. He's excited because he did manage to find himself a couple of tag team partners to take on Tommy Mercer in the end, as Effie and Eddie Edwards come out, and they're discussing their upcoming matches. Of course, Heath Miller with his upcoming title match, Effie with his 6-man, and Eddie Edwards, I believe, did challenge. Let me see here. I don't think. Yeah. So we do get a quick little glimpse of the challenge that Eddie Edwards had set to Ty Ray. I guess we'll make that official since I didn't have any other point where I did that. So Eddie Edwards versus Ty Ray. I did book that, right? I'm not being silly here. Okay. And what else am I? Okay, I know what else I'm missing. So Eddie Edwards versus Ty Ray, and that's pretty much that. 7 matches. I'll tell you what, we got one more to go. We get our main event, Tommy Mercer in the end. Heath Miller, Effie, Eddie Edwards went just under 14 minutes. Superb wrestling and good heat. Great performances out of all of them, I gotta say. Odinson, the lowest on the totem pole, but still everyone else. Tommy Mercer really carried that one along with Eddie Edwards. Jesus, doing quite well for themselves. But yeah, other than that, Heath Miller hit Pero with the smash hit. They were able to get Mercer and Odinson knocked down just enough, and Heath Miller getting a pinfall victory over one half of the tag team champions in this 6-man as he prepares himself for his world title shot against Tommy Mercer. And that is the end of that show, 57. We've got one more show. I need to probably finish what I have here and then maybe grab some more water. Give me a sec. Because my throat is kind of dry. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Ooh, that ice cold water is some good shit. Good shit to end the night with. So glad I bought like the Brita filter thing. Stores like a gallon and a half of water. Keeps it cold. All right. Match here. We're in the home stretch. I think I'm just going to do this and then I'll do the other 3 events tomorrow night. There we go. 16 minutes. Let's see here. Okay. We'll do open match. We'll do a tainted win. Ty Ray gets the win. A little bit tainted. Kind of keeps Ryan Davidson around. That's fine. All right. Let's do that. We'll throw in an angle. go. That's 2 minutes, and that's Ty Ray. He's gonna talky talk there. Yep. Boom. Come on. Hey, Super Mario, what's up? There we go. 1 minute. Quick vignette. Tommy Mercer. Heath Miller. We've got just quick little one-liners between the two of them to go through this. Give me a second. There we go. Helps build up the match. There we go. All right. Another. Yeah, Rip Jay Briscoe, man. I don't know. That was it was one of those things that, like, I mentioned it sort of at the beginning of this stream. I was like, I don't know what it is that one just kind of hit me weird. It was just like, I don't know, maybe it's because he's under 40 and like it wasn't like it was one of those things where, you know, it was like, well, he was on drugs, so obviously, you know, it's just, you know, just a tragic event and someone who obviously was going to be, you know, was going to be at the WrestleMania weekend thing for Ring of Honor and probably still a staple of Ring of Honor. And yeah, it's just very sad. That's super sad. You know, there's a lot of people being like, man, out of like, and it's going to be one of those things that, like, I think some people are probably always going to be kind of weird about it, but there's always going to be a lot of people who are like, listen, if there's anybody who shows like how people can kind of change and grow as a person, Jay Briscoe did it. There we go. Oh, Mark Briscoe? He probably won't do tag team wrestling. It wouldn't shock me if he was still doing. It wouldn't shock me if he still did. If he still did singles competition. I think they said something about what two adult deceased. If people thought that the car accident that they talked about in Delaware was actually him, I imagine it wasn't his. Because I'm wondering now, like, was it his wife that was with him? Because, like, someone else was probably with him. So, like, it's either his brother or his wife. I haven't seen anything if Mark Briscoe said anything. I probably can't imagine he'd be posting on Twitter, you know, 2 hours after, you know, all of this went down. Him and his wife. Damn, that sucks. Because they said that there was a pediatric in intensive care. So yeah, I would assume it would be him, his wife, and his daughter. If that accident was indeed them, which, man, that really fucking sucks. I could see his brother kind of taking care of her though. I couldn't see her, you know, going really anywhere else. Assuming, of course, fingers crossed that she makes it out all right. Brandon Tate. Insulting Parker. Drew Parker. Okay. I figured I'd try to get this done here real quick. I'm in the home stretch. 5 segments. I got 6 segments left to book and get through. Yeah, when I checked it right before the stream, the details were still fuzzy, so I wasn't, you know, we knew the main thing that we needed to know. Faces a loss. Ring of Honor faces a loss too. There were a lot of people saying, what the hell do they do with the tag belts at this point? Like, someone was like, just retire what you have now. Make something new, because what are you going to do? Effie and the Ninjas. Okay, let's see here. Effie and Facade and Wheeler. You're just going to talk. Backstage real quick. Take that out. There we go. Boom. All right. 12-2-1-7-2. Okay. So we're still where we need to be. Match. Tag. 3 throwbacks. Caleb Conley and Kyler Kahn. That is 12 minutes, so we'll just leave that there. Garrison got the last one, so JJ Garrett will get this one. Caleb Conley will lose. Let's see here. Open match, I guess. Decisive win. Easy enough. All right. Almost there. Angle. Drop it in. Dunn warns Donst. Okay, so JT done. Tim Donst. We'll make it off screen. This will mostly just be JT Dunn talking, but it'll still build them both up for this. 2 minutes. Done. Angle. First wrestling death of 2023. I think so. Probably. I don't know if anyone's... I mean, I think there's maybe been some sort of... There might have been some other, like... I don't know. Other, like, lesser known stuff maybe, or foreign stuff, but I think at least, like, fairly major, yeah. Okay, so... Let's see. Ricky Starks... Darius Lockhart, and it's going to be for Jerome Daniels. So entertainment. Drop it all out. There we go. All right. Main event. Ricky Starks, another open challenge. This time, Jerome Daniels. Boom. Go. Title on the line. And Starks. And open match. And decisive. And we'll put Darius at ringside for it. There we go. And the final match to be booked. There we go. 58 minutes. We got 2 minutes left on the clock. Ricky Starks. Nick Dinsmore. Cardona. Entertainment. We'll do we'll do star quality. How about that? Boom, boom, and boom. And we'll have him off screen so we're not paying him a shitload of money. There you go. 60 minutes. Done. Clip it and throw it out the door. Let's go. All right. Vertigo Attack episode number 24 and the fourth and final taping. Fourth and final episode of the taping. And look at that. Officially 146 people. So, hey, a few more people than usual. We open up hot with Ty Ray versus Ryan Davidson. Goes 14 minutes. And Ty Ray has to do a little bit of cheating. Ryan Davidson still is quite dangerous, and Ty Ray ends up having to use a handful of tights and a little bit of cheating to get the win, but nonetheless does indeed take the victory. And after the match, grabs himself a microphone, runs down verbally Eddie Edwards and says, hey, he plans on challenging for the world title again. He was short the first time, but he's going to try it again after he gets himself rid of a former world champion in Eddie Edwards, and then challenge either Tommy Mercer or Heath Miller, depending on what happens after Anniversary Blitz. But he's looking to prove himself the prodigy that he talks himself up as by beating Eddie Edwards in Anniversary Blitz. We get a quick little 1 minute vignette showing some quick clips between Tommy Mercer and Heath Miller talking about their upcoming title match as we get ourselves prepared for the World Championship title defense between Mercer and Heath Miller. We get our next match of the night. Drew Parker taking on Jet Knight. Not much to say here. Goes just over 5 minutes, but Drew Parker once again getting a solid, quick little victory, flying foot stomp, and gets himself a nice little win. Is Vertigo a custom company? Yes, it is a custom-made company for the local to global thing, as well as my Idolfight Project. Both my companies are custom-made companies. But after, of course, he's celebrating, the Tate twins come out and they sort of get into his face and they tell him to get out of the ring. And they said, "Hey, we warned you last week, and we're going to warn the rest of the locker room this week. We've heard word that we're coming back to full strength, so you better be wary of us at Anniversary Blitz." He looks at Parker and he says, "You especially, well, you better watch yourself. Anybody who's at Anniversary Blitz as part of the Vertigo locker room, you better watch out, because the Tate twins will be back at full strength at the show." Once again, leaving it very vague and open, but looks like the Tate twins will make their presence known at Anniversary Blitz. Effie and the Neon Ninjas backstage doing a quick little vignette as well, talking about their 6-man tag, and they say they were planning on tearing down the house with Mike Bailey and Fly Forever. Fly Forever. And they said they want to open up the show because they don't want people to even have to try. They want the entire rest of the card to try to follow them, as they plan on having the best match of the night and perhaps putting them back into their respective title contentions after all of this. Let's see here. Worked without a script, clearly enjoyed. Okay, so everyone did pretty good except for Wheeler Yuta. We got the throwbacks in Caleb Conley and Kyler Khan. And a decent little match, just under 10 minutes. JJ Garrett hits the JJ driver on Caleb Conley. A little bit of miscommunication, gets Conley pinned. And the throwbacks getting a rare victory here against another team here of Conley and Khan. Caleb Conley carried this match, though. Jesus. Well, I just took the best worker out of all of them and jobbed him out. All right. JT Dunn, once again, he's got himself a quick vignette backstage. We're just rapid fire knocking these out. This is the last show. We gotta hook everybody. He warns that Tim Donst will be getting into the cage with him. He will be bringing his elbow pad, and it might have been the biggest mistake that he made by not only not staying out of his business, but actively trying to fight him, because you won't be trapped inside, because JT Dunn isn't planning on being trapped inside with Tim Donst. In fact, Tim Donst probably made the biggest mistake of his career, and perhaps a career-ending mistake, by putting Dunn in there with his weapons and his loaded elbow pad, and he's not planning on holding back. He says that Tim Donst might just be just a few one major concussion away from having his career ended, and JT Dunn may very well be the guy to deliver that blow at Anniversary Blitz. And we got Ricky Starks coming out. He's got another open challenge. He says he did so well a couple weeks ago against Christian Casanova. He plans on doing it again. This time Lockhart Inc. coming out as he recruits Jerome Daniels this time to face Ricky Starks. He says, he's planning on... Darius said he would fight, but... he's got to prepare himself for beating Christian Casanova at Anniversary Blitz, but he would love the Heritage title to come into the possession of Lockhart Inc. And it has Jerome Daniels in there for this open challenge to prove that Lockhart Inc. really is above Christian Casanova. And try as they might, doesn't really work. Superb Wrestling and Great Heat, they both did amazingly well, but just over 10 minutes, Ricky Starks hits the Buster Keaton on Jerome Daniels with Lockhart standing right outside the ring. Fourth official defense of the Vertigo Heritage title, and that is that. And as Ricky Starks ends up celebrating with the title for the end of the show, Nick Dinsmore comes out. As Stark says, he wants to, he's been doing so successful for these open challenges that he's planning on showing up at Anniversary Blitz with an open challenge of his own. He says anyone who wants a match against absolute Ricky Starks and thinks they can take the title from him, then show up at Anniversary Blitz and he will personally knock them down. And Nick Dinsmore comes out. Starks thinks that perhaps Dinsmore will be the guy to challenge him, and Dinsmore says, well, I'm here on behalf of the newest signing of Vertigo. He says he wants to make a pretty big impact in the company, and since we got our big show coming up, our second anniversary show, why not? He's been hearing about some of the open challenges that Starks, and he's heard a lot about Ricky Starks, and he wants to challenge him. And we will have the newest signing to Vertigo Championship Wrestling, always ready, Matt Cardona, challenging Ricky Starks for the Vertigo Heritage Championship at Anniversary Blitz. And we'll go ahead and add that real quick. Ricky Starks, Matt Cardona. Save that. Boom. Vertigo Heritage title. There we are. And we are set. And that is the entire 8-match card set up for Anniversary Blitz at the end of the month. Good show. 54 total. And that is all of our taping. God damn. It only took just over an hour. That's not too bad, but yeah, I think I started a little bit later than I planned on, and it is what it is, but we still did pretty good. I'll say that much at least. Let's see here. We did all of that. I'd say we did pretty okay. We've made some money. We'll try to get to 3 days from now, because that's really the big one. So we'll do that. Trey Lamar was injured. The thigh muscle strain. Let's look at the medicals, because that doesn't sound like it's going to be big. No, 2 days. Yeah, he's got plenty of time to work that out and be back at 100%. So we're good. Dragon Gate still swears they're going to be bringing in people. All right. Tuesday, week 2 is the magic day. This was one of the unfortunate days where we kind of needed to book on a day where the least amount of people were gone, because we only had one day where everybody was there. Let's see. Anything big? Ryu Lee ends up winning Best of the Super Juniors. On his way to WWE, I guess. Take over In Your House. Anything big happen? Keith Lee turned heel. Yeah, Keith Lee's still in here. Injury sidelines Doki. Bea Priestley left Stardom. She didn't leave Stardom. She just no-showed. Priscilla Kelly. Is she in WWE? No. She wasn't in WWE at this point, so. Deborah Michelli. Medusa. Medusa's officially retired. I think Medusa's been retired for a little while. Let's be honest. ATB. Okay. Virgil leaves the business. I don't feel like Virgil will ever officially leave the business, but you do you, game. Oh, what is that? Let's see. 6,700 people watched last night's Vertigo. All right. Let me make absolutely sure I picked the right day, because it should be Tuesday. We should have one more day after this. New champion in WWE. Holy shit. At WWE Backlash, The Fiend Bray Wyatt won the WWE title. Who did he beat? Who did The Fiend beat? Jesus. The Fiend beat Drew McIntyre and Goldberg in a triple threat for the WWE Championship. And then Dolph Ziggler defeated Braun Strowman and King Corbin to retain the WWE Universal Championship. Was that match of the night? Asuka and Io Shirai was also just as big, defeating Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Let's see. Steve Scott. Recovery. Trey Lamar's recovered. All right. One more day to sift through. So that way we're pretty much good to go for our live stage events. There we go. Pro. Austin Theory won the WWE 24/7 Championship. Interesting. And that was on Raw. Other than that, nothing really doing. So yeah, we got some money. I'd like to see just real quick where we're at with Vertigo and money. All right, we lost $8,400, but we're going to be making a significant portion of it back. We're at $19,400 per month. So we're set to make another $14,000. So we'll be $6,000 up if we weren't running a big show. So we'll probably end up losing a little bit of money, I think. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. That's why I'm kind of glad we're not doing it every single month, because eventually, we'll be able to make some actual money, and hopefully we'll make more money in the months we're not running a big event more than the ones that we are. So we'll have July to deal with before we get to August. So I'm pretty okay with that. All right. Anniversary Blitz 2 is in 19 days. That's it for Vertigo. And then we've got Idol Pro Live Stage 29 tonight, as well as Live Stage 28 tonight, and Idol Pro Live Stage 29. It looks like 2 weeks later. So we've got 2 Idol Pro events to deal with. That'll be the fallout of Shining Stage Second Live, since we had that big event last month. And so yeah, we'll be dealing with that and setting up for the summer. So there we go. Go ahead and save it to make sure. I really don't have much of it. I kind of want to finish this, and I don't really have much of a choice but to be here tomorrow, because I won't be here for the next 5 days afterwards. So I would probably expect me to be here tomorrow night to do this and finish up this month. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out here live. And those of you who watch this on YouTube, I appreciate you guys continuing to watch, and I hope you continue to watch. I know I don't put these out probably nearly as often as you'd like me to. Hopefully trying to work on that this year. We'll see. I'm going to try my best, but yeah. Once again, though, I thank you guys for, just being here and being a part of this, and appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.